Welcome to the Sci-Fi Cosmic Conquest channel. We use the latest AI technology to bring your imagination to life through glorious sci-fi stories. Join us on journeys to the far reaches of the universe and witness the survival of humanity. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As oppression cries out beneath the tyrannical boots of the alien Drakon, sin prepares to descend, his systems synchronized, his weaponry primed. In the heart of enemy territory, a spark of rebellion waits to ignite, and with a single mission, the fate of an entire world may shift. The hunt begins. The Hunt.
The Story of Sin, Part 3. Chapter 1, Sin Begin. The neon lights of new Terra Prime flickered against the obsidian sky as Major Samuel Nelson, now known as Sin, made his way through the bustling streets. The city was a testament to human resilience, a sprawling metropolis on a distant planet that had become a hub for trade, culture, and resistance against the alien occupation. The air was thick with the scent of exotic spices and the hum of alien machinery, a constant reminder of the Drakon presence. Merged with AI implants and advanced robotic hardware, Sin was not just a living weapon, but an assassin designed for one purpose: to execute missions with unparalleled efficiency and ruthlessness. His body, a seamless blend of human and machine, moved with an eerie precision, every step calculated and purposeful. The transition from marine to hybrid had been both painful and enlightening, revealing the stark contrasts between his human instincts and AI logic. Sin's exterior was a testament to cutting-edge technology and meticulous craftsmanship. His face retained the rugged features of a seasoned marine, with piercing blue eyes that now glowed faintly with the light of his AI core. His once organic limbs were replaced with sleek, metallic appendages capable of superhuman strength and agility. Underneath his armored exterior, a heart still beat, though it was enhanced and regulated by his AI system. It reminded him of his humanity. As he navigated the crowded market, Sin's sensors picked up a multitude of stimuli. The cacophony of voices, the hum of hovercraft engines, and the distant rumble of alien machinery all blended into a symphony of sounds. His AI, designated Athena, processed the information at lightning speed, feeding him crucial data about his surroundings. Athena, Major Nelson, there's a suspicious activity detected near the East Quadrant. Potential hostiles. Sin acknowledged. Engage stealth protocol. With a thought, Sin activated his cloaking mechanism, blending seamlessly into the environment. The world around him shifted as his optical camouflage rendered him nearly invisible. He moved like a shadow, silent and undetectable, his presence masked by advanced sound-dampening technology. As he approached the designated area, his enhanced vision picked up the telltale signs of conflict. A group of alien soldiers, the Drakon, were harassing a human family. The Drakon were a formidable race, towering over humans with their reptilian features and armored scales. Their guttural language and harsh demeanor instilled fear in the colonists. The Drakon soldiers, dressed in their dark, segmented armor, loomed over the family, a mother and her 2 children. The fear in the mother's eyes was palpable as she tried to shield her children from the snarling aliens. Sin's AI-enhanced senses picked up every detail: the trembling of her hands, the defiant but scared look in her eyes, and the confusion in the children's faces. Athena tactical analysis complete. Optimal approach: silent takedown. Sin understood. Engaging. With surgical precision, Sin dispatched the first alien with a swift strike to the neck, severing its spinal column. The alien crumpled silently to the ground. The second soldier barely had time to react before Sin's combat drone, a sleek, winged machine, deployed from his back and neutralized the threat with a well-placed energy shot. The scene played out in seconds, too quick for the Drakon to raise an alarm. The family, a mother, and her 2 children stared in awe and fear as Sin deactivated his cloak and stood before them. His expression softened as he knelt to their level, his human empathy surfacing. He could see the mix of gratitude and terror in their eyes, a reflection of the dire circumstances they were living under. Sin, you're safe now. Stay hidden and avoid the main roads. The resistance will protect you. The mother nodded, tears of gratitude in her eyes, and hurried away with her children. Sin watched them go, a pang of sorrow in his chest. His mission was clear, but the cost of this war weighed heavily on his human soul. He remembered his own family, the loved ones he had lost, and the reason he had become what he was now. As he stood up, he scanned the area to ensure there were no additional threats. The market around him was a bustling mix of human and alien activity, a testament to the uneasy coexistence forced upon them by the Drakon occupation. Sin's presence here was not just to protect, but also to gather intelligence and weaken the Drakon's hold on the city. He continued his patrol, blending into the crowd when necessary, always vigilant. The city had become a complex web of alliances and enmities, with the resistance constantly working to undermine the Drakon. Sin's role was crucial. His ability to move undetected and strike with precision made him an invaluable asset. Chapter 2: Infiltration. As Sin continued his patrol, his mind replayed the events that led to his transformation. The memory was vivid: the explosion, the searing pain, and then the darkness. When he woke, he was no longer just Samuel Nelson but Sin, a fusion of humans and AI designed for one purpose: to fight and protect. The transition had been arduous, both physically and mentally. Accepting his new reality had taken time, but the mission was clear, and he was determined to see it through. The streets of New Terra Prime were a chaotic blend of old Earth architecture and alien technology. Buildings rose high into the sky, their exteriors covered in a mix of human advertisements and alien glyphs. The marketplace was a microcosm of the city's diversity, with vendors selling everything from traditional Earth foods to exotic alien delicacies. Sin's senses were constantly on high alert, filtering through the myriad of sounds and sights. Athena's suspicious activity detected in Sector 12. Possible Drakon patrol. Sin route me through the alleys. Engage silent mode. With Athena's guidance, Sin moved swiftly and silently through the narrow back streets. His cloaking mechanism engaged, rendering him nearly invisible as he approached the location. The alleys were a maze of shadowed pathways, perfect for evading detection. As he neared the source of the disturbance, the sounds of a struggle reached his ears. Peering around a corner, Sin observed a group of Drakon soldiers surrounding a human man. The man was on his knees, blood trickling from a wound on his forehead. The Drakon were interrogating him, their voices harsh and threatening. Sin's augmented hearing picked up their guttural language, translating it in real time. Drakon Soldier 1, tell us where the resistance is hiding, human, or suffer the consequences. The man, defiant despite his injuries, spat blood at the soldier's feet. Go to hell. The soldier raised his weapon, ready to strike, but Sin acted swiftly. With a silent command, he deployed a smoke grenade, filling the alley with a thick, opaque cloud. In the confusion, he moved in, his movements a blur. His augmented strength allowed him to take down the soldiers with a series of precise, lethal strikes. The first Drakon fell with a crushed windpipe, the second with a broken neck. The remaining soldiers, disoriented and panicked, fired blindly into the smoke. Sin used the chaos to his advantage, deploying his combat drones to neutralize the threats. The drones, equipped with high-energy blasters, dispatched the Drakon with surgical precision. When the smoke cleared, Sin stood amidst the fallen soldiers. The human man, now free, looked up at Sin with a mixture of awe and gratitude. Man, thank you. I thought I was a gunner. Sin, stay safe. The resistance will find you. As the man hurried away, Sin took a moment to assess the situation. The Drakon were becoming more aggressive in their tactics, a sign that the resistance was making progress. But it also meant that the danger to the colonists was increasing. He needed to gather more intelligence and find a way to cripple the Drakon's operations. Moving through the city, Sin used his AI-enhanced abilities to hack into Drakon communication networks. The data streams revealed crucial information about troop movements, supply lines, and command structures. Athena processed the information, providing Sin with a detailed map of the enemy's operations. Athena analysis complete. The Drakon are consolidating their forces around the central command tower. This could be our chance to strike a decisive blow. Sin will need to coordinate with the resistance. Let's move. Chapter 3: Resistance. Sin rendezvoused with the local resistance leaders in a hidden bunker beneath the city. The bunker was a stark contrast to the bustling streets above, dimly lit, fortified, and filled with the hum of machinery and the murmur of determined voices. The resistance, a motley crew of former soldiers, engineers, and civilians, was the last bastion of hope for the colonists. Their leader, Captain Elena Vargas, greeted Sin with a grim smile. "Vargas, Sin, we've got intel on the alien leadership. They're holed up in the central command tower. It's heavily fortified." Captain Vargas was a seasoned warrior, her face lined with the marks of countless battles. Her eyes, however, burned with an unyielding determination. She had been one of the first to join the resistance after the Drakon invasion, and her tactical acumen had made her a key figure in their operations. "Sin, leave it to me. I'll get in and take them out." The room fell silent as Sin outlined his plan. The resistance members listened intently, their faces a mix of hope and apprehension. The stakes were high, but they had come to trust Sin's abilities. His track record of success, coupled with his unwavering dedication, made him a symbol of their fight against the Drakon. "Vargas, we're with you, Sin. We'll provide a diversion to draw their forces away from the tower. Once you're inside, it's all on you." Sin nodded, appreciating the solidarity. He could feel the weight of their expectations, but he was more than prepared. His AI-enhanced mind ran countless simulations, strategizing every possible outcome. Athena synchronization complete. All systems are operational. Let's proceed. With the plan set, the resistance mobilized. The bunker buzzed with activity as weapons were distributed and final preparations were made. Sin took a moment to check his gear, ensuring everything was in optimal condition. His weapons ranged from traditional firearms to advanced energy-based technology. Additionally, his body was equipped with a variety of combat enhancements, including cloaking devices, nanite repair systems, and adaptive camouflage. Chapter 4: The Assault on. Sin and the resistance were ready to move. The city, usually vibrant with life, was eerily quiet. The oppressive presence of the Drakon was felt in every shadow, but tonight, the shadows would work to Sin's advantage. He moved like a wraith, his cloaking device rendering him nearly invisible as he approached the central command tower. The tower loomed ahead, a monolithic structure of alien design, its surface covered in glowing glyphs and pulsating energy conduits. The Drakon had made it their stronghold, a symbol of their dominance over the human colony. Sin's sensors detected multiple patrols and automated defenses around the perimeter. Athena enemy defenses mapped. Recommend stealth approach to the north entrance. Sin acknowledged the suggestion and adjusted his path. The resistance had already begun their diversion, drawing away a significant portion of the Drakon forces with a series of well-coordinated attacks. Explosions and gunfire echoed in the distance, a testament to their bravery and resolve. As Sin reached the north entrance, he disabled the security systems with a quick hack, his AI-enhanced mind working faster than any human could. The door slid open silently, and he slipped inside, his senses on high alert. The interior of the tower was a labyrinth of corridors and chambers, each one more alien and imposing than the last. Athena mapping interior. Enemy patrols detected. Engaging silent takedown mode. Sin moved with lethal grace, dispatching any Drakon soldiers he encountered with swift, silent efficiency. His augmented limbs allowed him to strike with inhuman speed and strength, while his AI ensured that each move was calculated and precise. He encountered various obstacles, from automated turrets to energy barriers, but each was overcome with a combination of skill and technology. The deeper he went, the more resistance he faced. The Drakon were becoming aware of the intrusion, and their response was swift and brutal. Sin fought his way through, using a mix of guerrilla tactics and direct confrontation. His combat drones provided invaluable support, flanking enemies and providing covering fire. Finally, Sin reached the central command chamber. The heart of the Drakon operations was a vast room filled with holographic displays and alien machinery. At the center stood the Drakon commander, a towering figure clad in ornate armor. His eyes glowed with a malevolent intelligence as he turned to face Sin. Drakon commander, so the humans send their greatest weapon to die. How fitting. Sin's response was a flurry of movement. He launched himself at the commander, their clash a violent ballet of metal and flesh. The commander's strength was immense, but Sin's agility and precision gave him the edge. They traded blows, the sound of metal striking metal echoing through the chamber. The commander roared in frustration as Sin's attacks found their mark, his armor cracking under the relentless assault. Despite the commander's formidable defenses, Sin's determination and superior technology began to turn the tide. With a final, devastating strike, Sin drove his blade into the commander's chest, ending the threat. Athena command structure compromised. Mission success. Sin took a moment to catch his breath, surveying the destruction around him. The Resistance's diversion had worked perfectly, allowing him to complete his mission. With the Drakon command in disarray, the tide of the conflict had turned in favor of the humans. Chapter 5: Liberation. The fall of the Drakon commander sent shockwaves through the alien ranks. Confusion and panic spread as their leadership crumbled, and the Resistance seized the opportunity to launch a full-scale assault. The streets of New Terra Prime erupted in battle, the human colonists fighting with renewed vigor. Sin joined the fray, his presence a beacon of hope and fearlessness. He moved through the battlefield with purpose, and his every action was calculated to maximize impact. His weapons fired with precision, cutting down Drakon soldiers and disabling enemy vehicles. The sounds of battle gunfire, explosions, and the cries of combatants filled the air. The Resistance pushed forward, their morale bolstered by Sin's success. Captain Vargas led her troops with unwavering determination, coordinating attacks and providing support where needed. The colonists, once oppressed and fearful, now fought back with a fervor born of desperation and hope. Vargas, keep pushing. We have them on the run. The battle raged on, each skirmish a brutal test of endurance and strategy. The Drakon, though formidable, were disorganized without their commander. Sin's presence on the front lines turned the tide in many encounters, his advanced technology and combat prowess proving too much for the alien invaders. As the sun began to rise over New Terra Prime, the last of the Drakon forces were routed. The Resistance stood victorious, their hard-won freedom a testament to their courage and sacrifice. The city, though scarred by battle, was theirs once more. Chapter 6: Time of Reflection. With the Drakon driven out, the colonists began the arduous task of rebuilding. The damage to the city was extensive, but the spirit of its people remained unbroken. Sin, now seen as a hero, helped where he could, and his advanced abilities made him invaluable in the reconstruction efforts. Captain Vargas and the Resistance leaders worked tirelessly to establish a new order, one that would ensure the safety and prosperity of the colonists. The challenges were immense, but with the Drakon threat eliminated, there was a sense of hope and possibility. Vargas, Sin, without you, this wouldn't have been possible. We owe you our lives and our freedom. Sin, ever stoic, nodded. I'm just glad I could help. The fight isn't over, though. We need to be ready for whatever comes next. The words were a sober reminder that while one battle had been won, the war for their future was ongoing. The Drakon might return, or other threats could emerge. But for now, the people of New Terra Prime had a chance to breathe, to heal, and to rebuild. Chapter 7: The Mission. As the city recovered, Sin received new orders from High Command. The intelligence he had gathered during the infiltration of the command tower had revealed the existence of a powerful alien artifact, one that could tip the balance of power in the galaxy. The artifact was located on a distant planet, heavily guarded by a coalition of alien races. Athena mission parameters received. Objective: secure the artifact and prevent it from falling into enemy hands. Sin understood. Prepare for departure. The mission would be dangerous, perhaps even more so than the battle for New Terra Prime. But Sin was ready. His purpose, his very existence, was to protect humanity and ensure its survival. As he prepared for the journey, he reflected on the path that had brought him here, from Marine to hybrid assassin, from soldier to savior. The people of New Terra Prime saw him off with gratitude and admiration. Captain Vargas, her face softened by a rare smile, clasped his hand. Vargas, good luck, Sin. Come back to us. Sin's eyes, a blend of human emotion and AI precision, met hers. I will. With that, he embarked on his new mission, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The galaxy was vast and filled with dangers, but Sin, with his unique blend of human passion and AI efficiency, was prepared to confront them all. The chamber itself was a marvel of alien engineering, filled with intricate machinery and glowing energy conduits. At the center, suspended in a field of shimmering light, was the gem. It was a crystalline structure pulsating with a strange, otherworldly energy. Sin approached cautiously, aware that such power. Chapter 8. The Gem. The journey to the gem's location was fraught with peril. Sin navigated through asteroid fields, evaded hostile patrols, and hacked into secure networks to gather intel. The planet, designated as Xeron 5, was a desolate world with harsh terrain and extreme weather conditions. The gem was hidden within an ancient alien structure, protected by formidable defenses. Athena scans indicate multiple layers of security, including energy barriers and automated turrets. Stealth approach recommended. Sin's approach was methodical. He landed his stealth craft a safe distance from the structure and began his trek across the harsh landscape. The air was thin and cold, the ground a mixture of jagged rocks and shifting sands. His enhanced body adapted to the conditions, maintaining optimal performance despite the environment. As he neared the structure, he activated his cloaking device and moved with the precision of a predator. The defenses were advanced but not insurmountable. Sin used his hacking abilities to bypass security protocols, disable turrets, and create a safe path to the chamber. The chamber itself was a marvel of alien engineering, filled with intricate machinery and glowing energy conduits. At the center, suspended in a field of shimmering light, was the artifact. It was a crystalline structure pulsating with a strange, otherworldly energy. Sin approached cautiously, aware of such power. It could be both a blessing and a curse. Athena analysis complete. The artifact possesses significant energy manipulation capabilities. It could power entire cities or destroy them. Sin, we need to secure it. Make sure it's used for the right reasons. With meticulous care, Sin deactivated the energy field and secured the artifact in a containment unit. The moment it was safe, alarms blared and the structure began to lock down. Sin was prepared for this eventuality. He fought his way back through the newly activated defenses, and his combat skills and technology allowed him to overcome each obstacle. As he reached his craft, a squadron of alien fighters appeared in the sky, intent on recovering the artifact. Sin's ship was fast and well-armed, and what followed was a high-stakes chase through the star system. The alien fighters were relentless, but Sin's tactical acumen and Athena's support helped him outmaneuver and defeat them. With the artifact secured and the enemy defeated, Sin set a course back to New Terra Prime. The journey home was a time for reflection. He had changed and evolved beyond his original programming. He was more than a weapon, he was a guardian of humanity's future. Chapter 9. Restore of Peace. Upon his return, Sin was greeted as a hero. The gem was placed under the care of the scientific community, and its potential to aid in the reconstruction and defense of human colonies was immense. But for Sin, the mission was a reminder of the ever-present dangers in the galaxy. He spent time with the resistance leaders, planning future defenses and strategies. The threat of the Drakon or other alien forces loomed large, and they needed to be prepared. Sin's role was clear, but he also knew the importance of fostering hope and resilience among the people. As he watched the sunset over New Terra Prime, Sin felt a sense of peace. The battle scars, both physical and mental, reminded him of his journey, but he was content. He had fought, sacrificed, and succeeded. The future was uncertain, but he was ready for whatever challenges it might bring. Captain Vargas joined him, her presence a comforting reminder of the bonds formed in battle. "You've done well, Sin. We all owe you a great debt." Sin turned to her, his voice steady. "We did it together. As long as we stand united, we can face anything." The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the landscape. The city glowed in the twilight, a beacon of human endurance and hope. Sin knew that his journey was far from over, but he was ready to protect, fight, and ensure that the light of humanity never faded.